All right, welcome back to the show. You just heard about the downtown marketplace from a commercial point of view, but let's switch over to residential. Joining us in studio, he's a top realtor in downtown Little Italy and the surrounding areas. Chad Dannecker, good to have you on the show.
Thanks, Craig.
And we got Joe Sigurdson, who is the founder of Boys to Men, which is an amazing charity. I'm glad that Chad invited you on. You guys got a big event coming up Saturday we'll dive into.
Thanks,
no
Craig.
pun intended, kind of?
Yeah.
Surfing? Yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
So Chad, give us some updates. So we just talked a lot about commercial real estate. How's residential doing?
Downtown 2016 was an amazing year. I mean, downtown as a whole is really growing up as a city. We saw a 12-month appreciation from December to December on the median price. We saw a 4.8% increase, which is right in line with what we thought. You know, after a few years of 15% plus increases, that can't last forever. We can't continue that forever. So I think the big news in downtown in 16 was really you got your first 5-star hotel that was approved in the Ritz-Carlton. You now have a UCSD. You're going to actually have a major university downtown. If you look at every other major metropolitan area in the United States, there's always a university in the metropolitan area. And we've never had that in downtown San Diego. So I just feel like we're growing up and maturing as a downtown city, which is really exciting.
I know a lot of people are nervous about the real estate market as a whole. I think we've seen a little bit of a slowdown coming into the year, maybe rates going up, maybe Trump being president, maybe whatever. I mean, you don't know, but it seems like it's slowed down a little bit. But with all the development downtown and just the cool things that are happening, it seems like we should be all right down there because all markets are hyper local. Are you confident in 2017 if we're looking forward?
Yeah, I mean, we feel really optimistic looking forward. I mean, we're making plans and spending money, and you know, we're lining up to help a large number of people this year. We're trying to help 183 clients this year in downtown in that market, and the demand is there. So right now, like the demand is there. We have buyers lined up. I mean, I don't know how deep.
That's what'll push prices. Tell us about Savina.
Savina. So Savina's cool. That's BOSA's brand new project. They just announced it this week, the name. And that's right on the cusp of Little Italy and Columbia District, on the north end of the Columbia District, right where Ash Street kind of meets Kettner, right down by the water there. So the new county waterfront park, just 1 block from there, 1 block from the Star of India, if you're familiar with what the Star of India is. So
yeah, it's, you know, I'm on your newsletter. You have a link here. I want people to be able to sign up. Go to welcome-to-sandiego.com if you want to see some of these things that are coming out. There's other buildings as well. Is there enough building going up to keep up with the demand, or
no, not even close? I mean,
a lot of those cranes are rentals.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the only 2 condo buildings for sale, you've got Pacific Gate and then now Savina. I mean, Pacific Gate's the top 2% of income earners in San Diego would be able to buy that. Savina's probably the top 5% of income earners in San Diego. So it doesn't scratch the surface for most San Diegans. A lot of this demand we have is from people moving in from outside the area. So the 2 major buyer pool that we have in downtown is you've got young professionals, entrepreneurs, new guys that are, you know, graduated college and they got their first job, banking, accounting, attorneys, and then you've got, you know, and then from the other spectrum, you've got their parents, right? Yeah. They had the 4, 5, 6, 7,000 square foot house. They were, you know, with all this land, and the kids are gone, the pool's empty, and they just want to go have fun. So
they're like,
all right, let's hawk the house.
They've developed San Diego in such a nice way. I mean, it's one of the last emerging cities, and I almost feel like we've learned the lessons of how other cities were developed, where they're developing the commercial, residential, the social, and it's all kind of working hand in hand. All right, let's switch gears here. Joe Sigurdson, one of the most passionate men you will ever meet. You're a big surfer, Chad. This Saturday, you guys got your big Boys to Men event.
Yeah.
Tell us about the event.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the One Wave Challenge. It's the bookend of the 100 Wave Challenge, which Chad and a group of guys that he surfs with have been just champions and supported us. Last year, they raised $40,000 as a team.
Wow.
And we went down to Gaviotas and rewarded them with a 3-day weekend of surfing.
Good times for a good cause, for sure.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's amazing.
So the bookend of the 100 Wave Challenge is the One Wave Challenge. And the One Wave Challenge is a world record attempt for the most surfers on one wave. And we are doing this in collaboration with the Century Club. We're one of the Century Club's champions for youth charities. And so right now, if people sign up for the One Wave Challenge and come and participate, a portion of that, a percentage of that will be matched by the Century Club.
Oh, very cool.
Depending on how much money we raise, up to $45,000, the Century Club will match us. So this is a really big event for us. It's a huge opportunity. We're going to be in front of, you know, the Century Club members and the farmers guys and CBS Sports and the PGA, and we're going to get all kinds of wonderful brand alignment, and it's a big deal for not only the money that we get to raise, but the connections and the relationships we can develop out of it. So
speak to that. Where's your passion come from, and how does this money get applied? Tell us about Boys to Men.
Yeah. Okay. So Boys to Men. Well, first of all, here's what we're dealing with. We've got a 50% divorce rate in this country. Okay.
If not higher, right?
Yeah. And 35% of kids are being raised in our country without a father. Okay. So that's a third of our boys. No dad, no sounding board for their lives, no one to praise them, no one to admonish them. Okay. So Boys to Men is an in-school mentoring program that sits with these guys every week, and we talk about the choices we made as young men, the price we paid, consequences we suffered, belief systems we held about ourselves. And the boys hear the men sharing our stories, they start sharing their stories, and they talk about the choices they're making, price they're paying, and we challenge them, say, what do you really want? They identify what they want, and then we offer them support and accountability every week to make new choices, to be the men they want to be. And by doing that alone, we see their self-esteem come up, their grade point average comes up, their attendance comes up, and their discipline problems go down.
You're awesome, man. I love your passion. You've helped hundreds, thousands by now. I mean, you guys have so many success stories.
20 years.
Chad, are you hopping on a wave or doing the run? What are you doing this Saturday?
I'm all about supporting these guys. I mean, as Joe says, I'm very fortunate. I came from an amazing family, and I'm there for my wife and my kids, and they have an amazing life. These kids don't have dads. They don't have that opportunity. They don't have a father figure. So
something we might take for granted. I'm with you, man.
Absolutely. That's what these guys do. So we get behind, we raise money, and we try to help them out, and I think it's a great cause.
Love it. Joe, Chad, thanks for coming on the show, man. Thanks for
Chad.
sharing with us what's going on downtown.
Yeah.
Hope our audience can check you guys out, support you, and of course, visit Chad online, top realtor downtown. Welcome to san diego.com. More of the American Dream coming up next.